Hey, Anna, let me ask you a question. What words come to mind when you think of a firing range?
Okay, let me think. Guns, target, ammo, gunpowder, bullseye.
Okay.
What else, what am I missing?
Well, adrenaline, focus,
Okay, yeah.
mental discipline.
All right. Yeah, well, those aren't the first words, I have to admit, that come to my mind. But when I think about it, yeah, I can see where you're going with it.
Yeah. Well, you know, those are just some of the benefits people can experience when they come to a firing range like the one we're visiting today. Field time target and training right here in Stanton.
Yeah. Well, it's all really well and good, Danny, but I just want to know one thing.
What's that?
Is this as much fun as it looks?
Well, there's only one way to find out, my friend. Are you ready to do this?
I was born ready to do this. Oh, let's just go in already.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
When you walk into field time target and training, you begin to wonder, am I in the right place? Inside it's nice, quaint, even a bit soothing. Not at all what comes to mind when you think of a firing range. Hey everyone, we're here with Forrest Meadows, General Manager of FT3. How you doing, Forrest?
I'm doing well today, thank you.
Appreciate you letting us come in to learn about FT3 here.
Absolutely, we're very happy that you're here today.
So, can you give us like a little bit of just a run through what FT3 is?
Sure, the full name is Field Time Target and Training.
Okay.
It's a state-of-the-art, high-tech indoor shooting range. It offers 28 lanes. It's divided into two parts. So there's 14 and 14 lanes. So there's 14 lanes on one side that is for law enforcement or more avid shooters.
Okay.
And there's what we call a static side, and that's for the beginning shooters. It's kind of like skiing. You get to check your level and then you get to decide which side you're going to go onto the mountain. So,
sure.
But it's state of the art. It was built about 4.5 years ago, right kind of in the heart of Stanton.
Perfect.
And really the heart of Orange County. Air filtration system is one of the best in the country. It's one of the best in the state. A lot of people that do go to ranges on a frequent basis, one of the main complaints is the air. It's kind of stagnant or it has a smell to it. This is, when you're in the range, it's actually the air inside the range when you're shooting is even cleaner than the air outside.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's very impressive.
No.
Really?
Really?
And when the owner designed the building and built that, he happens to be a doctor.
Okay.
So he's obviously thinking about people coming from the beginning.
Fault man for that.
Absolutely. And
Now, how did you get started in this business?
It's kind of a complex story because I'm really not I've never owned a gun, still don't own one. My friend who's a hairdresser that I'd known for 30 years is married to a guy who ran a gun store locally for about 10 years. They wanted to open up a gun store, and even though I didn't own a gun, I thought it'd be worthwhile. And so we wanted to put together a high-class facility where people would be treated properly. So the mayor of Stanton approached us and said, look, we'd love to have you here. And we were fortunate enough to get a good deal in this place and totally rebuild it. And now we have the premier facility on the West Coast.
So I've been to a few gun ranges before. Never been here. This is my first time, but I was pleasantly surprised, and I didn't have that intimidated feeling walking in because it didn't feel like the man cave where only the locals visit it, and if you're not a regular, then you're kind of like tiptoeing around.
Yeah, right.
I didn't feel that.
Well,
I really felt like welcomed. I walked in, there were some friendly faces.
Yep.
Is that planned?
It's kind of like the Nordstroms of
Yes.
shooting ranges, it really is.
You're speaking my language here.
Exactly.
I've never experienced fresh air like outside. It's very stale usually, and you just, kind of smell gunpowder a little bit.
Yeah, I've been shooting for probably about 25 years.
Okay.
I was in law enforcement for 22 years, and I recently retired before I took this position. And I've been to many ranges all over, even law enforcement. One of the main complaints is if you're indoors is that smell.
Yes.
But everybody appreciates the air is so clean. That's one of the biggest compliments we get.
Our air is recirculated every 2 minutes. It's like the Lincoln Tunnel. Other places don't even have any recirculation of their air.
We also manufacture ammunition on site.
What?
So, yeah.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
one of the very few ranges in California that do that, and we're actually the only range in Orange County that does that.
Wow.
Interesting.
So it's factory new ammo. It's not
Okay.
ammo that we collect the casings.
Agreed.
Like some amateurs do that, and we have machines that actually put the ammo together, and we sell it to other ranges. We sell it to the public. We sell it to avid shooters, beginner shooters.
Okay.
Now, what kind of folks do you have coming in here? You mentioned classes for women.
A lot of doctors, a lot of lawyers, a lot of women who thought about going to a gun range but have been told by their friends, no, you'll hate it there, they're just going to be rude to you.
Right.
Almost half of the people here are women.
That's awesome.
And we offer beginning classes, and a lot of people say, well, I'll take a beginning class, but I'll probably never come back. And then the vast majority of them say, wow, this is a lot better. Your training is great. Your range officers are fantastic.
For someone that's brand new to shooting,
Sure.
what would they experience here?
If you own a firearm,
I do.
You're more than welcome to bring that in. You'd simply walk up to our front counter and you'd say, hi, I'm here to shoot. Do you have lanes available? Of course we do. You would present some type of official government-issued identification. You'll fill out a waiver that'll explain the safety guidelines. So one thing that's unique about our range, which is very important for any shooting range, especially for the novice, is that at all times, minus when law enforcement's on their side, because they have their own instructors,
Sure.
we have a range safety officer that's on the line, we call it, inside while they're shooting. And it's not someone to look over your shoulder.
Right.
So that's really comforting for novice shooters, because if they have a problem, they can either turn around, they can raise their hand, they can just say, we've got a problem, and the range safety officer can come over and help them with the problem.
It's important that people be trained how to use them properly.
Absolutely.
They can shoot your weapon with your permission,
Okay.
what they call zero it in. That means they're making sure that the problem, unfortunately, is with the shooter's technique rather than the weapon itself. And they'll go over the weapon, and at the time they're doing it, they're going to interact with you. They're going to talk to you, and they're going to say, hey, Anna, you've shot before? Do you feel proficient with this weapon yet? Do you have any questions?
That's awesome. So they probably prefer that if you didn't walk in trying to pretend like you knew everything, just say,
Right.
I don't know, I just
Right.
want to learn.
Just
and they're there to
help
help.
me.
You know, speaking of fun, I was curious if it would be time and appropriate for Danny and I to partake in a little shooting.
From what are you challenging Danny to a?
Oh, well.
Shoot off here?
Is that
you know,
what's going on?
I wasn't really, but now that you say that, actually, yes, I am.
see how it is.
That would be awesome.
You know, I'm staying out of this one, but I would love to see this happen. And we have a full buffet of over 65 weapons you can choose from.
Really?
So be prepared to choose your weapon wisely. And I say we'll go to the range and we'll settle it.
Let's do this.
It's on.
It is totally on.
Oh, uh-oh. When it comes to picking a firearm, Anna and I are a bit uneducated. Fortunately for us, the staff here are very helpful, and they have all types of guns to rent. So what are some of the basics, safety rules, regulations? What do we need to know before we get started?
Well, there's 4 basic safety rules we follow at all times. They're illustrated here
Okay.
in all of our shooting stalls. All guns are always loaded, no matter what. Even if this chamber flag is in it, the magazine is removed, cleared firearm, we still treat it like it's a loaded firearm.
Okay.
Because when we start neglecting that, that's when bad things can happen.
Sure.
Right.
Whenever we handle a firearm, always keep it pointed in that direction. Say you're not handling it safely, say you got a wrong grip that could cause some injury to you, we'll step in and make sure you understand, don't do that.
Okay, cool.
Well, Mark, any last words for us before we get going?
Take your time.
Take your time.
Breathe.
Breathe.
Don't shoot too fast.
Don't
Okay.
shoot too fast.
Don't shoot too fast.
Take your
Breathe.
time.
I'm ready.
Breathe. Don't shoot too fast. Got that at home? I got it. You
I
ready?
got it. I'm ready.
Alright, we doing one? Hold on.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
I kind of kept up a little bit. All right. How's that look?
I've got to tell you
What do you
guys,
think?
What do you think?
I've got to tell you, I am impressed.
Oh yeah.
Right?
However, you guys said you wanted a little competition.
We did.
I'm being honest.
What?
I declared a tie.
Really? A tie?
Really?
You each put one on the outer layer here on the 8.
Right.
Right. That's true.
The rest are inside the 10 and 9.
Okay.
I will give Anna credit that her grouping was tight,
All right.
Thank
Nice
you.
grouping. Nice
Right.
grouping. I'll give you
but I
that.
will give Danny
Right.
credit that is a lot of effort and you maintain.
Effort. Oh, I see. I'm that kid that got the ribbon at the
You
end.
got the
right.
effort.
Did you like it?
We
That was
loved
awesome.
it.
That was
Right?
awesome. Seriously, if I can't wait to come back. 'Cause that
Me
was the
too.
first time
I'm telling you.
I've done that in years. So
Well, thanks for coming in, and I'll tell you, we appreciate you guys coming, and you guys did fabulous.
thank you so much.
So
Well,
please come back.
Absolutely.